Good morning, you guys, and welcome back to my channel for another video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my daily homeschooling routine that I will say is very efficient for homeschooling for teenagers, and I want to thank Night Zookeeper for sponsoring today's video. So every time I get on here with my channel and the homeschooling content I share, I speak to you guys like all of you have been watching my channel and you're all returning friends. So if you're returning, thank you so much. If you're not returning, let me just introduce myself to you. My name is Ashley and I've been homeschooling for over 10 years, and I have been sharing much of that journey as a homeschooling mom here on my YouTube channel for about 8 years of that time. My kids are all teenagers now. I have 13, 14, 16, and almost 18, and I am getting ready to graduate my very first homeschooled child. She is a senior this year. So through the years, I have learned many things. We have changed many things. We have been through many seasons from homeschooling with a toddler to homeschooling with all elementary aged kids, 4 of them, to homeschooling middle school and elementary, and then high school, and now all of them being in their teen years. Because of this, I have walked through many challenges, many different obstacles to overcome that come with each season of homeschooling. Certain things become more easy to attain, and other things become more difficult. That is just the way that it goes. So through all of these years, I have learned what is most important to me as a homeschooling mom, what is beneficial for my children, and what allows us to have freedom within a routined day. So we are definitely not the homeschoolers that every day fly by the seat of our pants. I'm just going to put that right out there for you. There is large benefit and large reward for doing homeschool in a rhythm and routine that is regular. Not even just to say the way that I do it, but that is consistent for your life. And so today I'm just going to show you guys how we're homeschooling now, what things look like as far as our routine goes for our homeschool days now that I have 4 teenagers. There is not, I couldn't find another video when I searched for this on YouTube. So hopefully this video will help those of you who are coming behind me and those of you who are curious. But if you're new to my channel, that's a little bit about us and our family. And if you want to watch old content and see what my days looked like when I had little kids, it's really cool because you can go back and do that.
I can touch a stream of gold above, breaking through with hope of light and love, giving peace of mind to those of us who try.
All right, so the first thing to know is that we do set an alarm in our house. We are alarm setters. Everyone needs to be up by 7:30 at the latest. The girls take longer to get ready than the boys do, and so I definitely try to get them up. We all do basically the same morning routine every single day of making our beds, getting ourselves dressed and ready. We are not homeschoolers who homeschool in our pajamas. We never have been. We get ourselves ready for the day. Everyone has breakfast. Everyone does their chores, which vary from day to day, and obviously the ages my kids are at now to the ages they were previously, they can help out in different capacities. I get myself together, I have my first cup of coffee, and I do a little bit of work for my online work that I do here on YouTube and social media. If you're interested in what that looks like more, I did film a recent day in the life where I show you guys like a one work day for me, and a lot of you really enjoyed that. So I will link to that video if I can remember right here, and if you want to watch that, you can go check it out. But that is the routine that we do literally every single day. Laundry going, all of that, dogs taken care of, all of those things set and ready to go. I light a candle. My favorite ones are always linked in the description box because setting like a nice ambiance is helpful for me. And then we come together for morning time, usually at 8:30. Today will probably be a little bit closer to 8:45 because everyone did sleep a little bit longer, and that's totally okay. Like I said, freedom within the boundaries, right? So having 8:30 as our start time allows us to have something to kind of stick to, but it's not like militant where if everyone isn't ready by 8:30, we're in serious trouble. It's just what I strive to achieve so that we can get going with our day. So that brings you up to this point. So for the rest of the video, I am probably going to do a voiceover just because as I'm homeschooling today, I'm not going to want to like pop in and explain things. So I'm going to film what our routine is that is efficient. I have 4 kids, and so efficiency has always been very important. I have never wanted to be a homeschooling mom who is homeschooling until 6 o'clock at night. I've always wanted all of my kids to receive a well-rounded education, and so figuring out how to do things with efficiency has always been critical for me. And that brings me to today's video sponsor, which is Night Zookeeper. So I wanted to share in this video about Night Zookeeper because I do think that as a homeschooling mom, especially with younger kids, it is wise to have resources that you can have other kids doing while you're doing something else, maybe with your other children, or if you're homeschooling an only child while you do something else that needs to be done. Wasting time is not something that I enjoy. It's not something that I think benefits the homeschooling experience. So having resources like Night Zookeeper on hand, ready to go for when you need to work with your other child on their math lessons or work on handwriting, or you've got a baby that needs attention, having something that is beneficial, that is educational and a ton of fun is so wise to have. And that's why I share Night Zookeeper with you guys. I think it can be incredibly helpful in this way. So if you don't know much about Night Zookeeper, they are an award-winning creative writing platform, and it is most beneficial for kids ages 5 through 12. They can learn a ton of computer literacy skills. They can practice their typing skills. They can work on all of the language arts concepts that you are teaching them with their language arts curriculum. They can have fun creative writing. They can use their imaginations and move through Night Zookeeper collecting coins that unlock different features. And they can do all of this while you are grading another child's math, or while you are reading with a child who is learning to read and needs your full attention. So having resources like this allows for efficiency in homeschooling. And so it's really important to have things on hand, different resources that your kids can do independently. And Night Zookeeper is one of those things. Learning to be an independent learner, learning to work independently for periods of time doesn't just magically happen when your kids get older. You have to start laying that foundation when they're young. And so we've used Night Zookeeper in our homeschool for years and years and years because of this, and it has been a blessing. So if you guys want to check out Night Zookeeper, they've given me 50% off for you guys. So you can get 50% off your subscription plus a 7-day free trial when you click the link in the description box. There is no code needed. Once you click that link, that discount will automatically apply, and you can set it up, have it ready to go for the next time you run into this moment in homeschooling where you don't want your child sitting there wasting time or having idle time, and you want them to be doing something that is going to be beneficial and educational. that is what you can offer them with Night Zookeeper. You can have some books set aside for them. You can maybe have a handwriting curriculum set aside. These are all different ways that I have utilized things for my kids, especially when they were younger, to build efficiency in our homeschooling routine. So if you guys want to check out Night Zookeeper, I'll leave the link down below for you. You will not regret it. I'm telling you, it is so much fun and your kids will absolutely love learning, and it will help them reinforce things or learn things that are new and practice and really grow to enjoy writing and have a ton of fun while they're doing it. So the link to Night Zookeeper will be down below.
The Nations face-off wrapped up last week in classic fashion, with the Canadians coming out on top. The tournament took the place of the annual NHL All-Star Game and featured just 4 countries: America, Canada, Sweden, and Finland. Each team faced the other 3 during the round-robin schedule. The 2 teams with the most points met again in the championship.
One of the ways that I have built efficiency in my homeschool through the years that still rings true today is by doing morning basket or morning time. This is a great way to cover many subjects with a wide age range of kids and be able to work in more things outside of their traditional grade level reading, writing, math curriculums. We do a morning family Bible study and a family read aloud. This time has obviously morphed, changed, matured, been adjusted as my kids have grown older, but it is something that I have done for basically our entire homeschooling journey, and it definitely is an efficient way to make sure that you are prioritizing those things that are most important to you when it comes to togetherness, family discipleship, and watching your kids grow in their knowledge of God's word. Immediately following our morning time together, morning basket, we will pray, and then it is snack break. So this generally happens around 9:30 or 9:45. I have had to become very aware of my older kids' time and make sure that morning basket is kept to about an hour. When they were younger, we used to go for multiple hours, but now I do need to be very careful with that with having older kids. After snack time, it is time for everyone to break into their independent subjects. My youngest daughter and I this year have been working downstairs, and here my oldest is chiming in on something she's learning in her health course because my oldest is taking anatomy and physiology in college, and so that was a sweet moment that I caught. Then my youngest heads outside because it was a beautiful day, and she is reading her historical book with our dog, who is just soaking up the sun, while my older kids are upstairs working, or at least getting started on their work. There, of course, is never a dull moment in homeschooling, and my son came downstairs and informed me he had a splinter in his foot and wanted me to get it out. So, mom life caught on camera here. Anyways, while my youngest daughter is outside reading, I came upstairs to show you guys what my older kids are doing. Obviously, now being in high school and college, a lot of my children's curriculums are online materials. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And that is something that has obviously changed as my kids have grown older. But what remains the same is that all of my kids have their school flows, which I take care of at the beginning of the year. And this helps them work from one thing to the next without waiting on me. And at the ages they are, and with the amount of time we've been homeschooling, they know what the expectations are, and every day I follow up to ensure that everything is done and complete, and I go up and down the stairs a million times a day. Many of you guys know that I am very focused on getting those 10,000 steps a day, and this is honestly one of the ways that I do it, is by having to walk up and down the stairs. So here's a look at the flows that I type out for all of my kids that is such an efficient way to homeschool, letting them work on their own at their own pace. If you have a child that needs more time, they can go more slowly, and a child who wants to work faster isn't held up by everyone else. So this definitely creates efficiency. Efficiency in homeschooling in the day-to-day is by immediately grading your younger kids' work and giving them immediate feedback so that they can fix those mistakes. It is so much better and so much more time efficient to have them make corrections before they do an entire sheet of something wrong or get too far into it. So you can see here, I am grading my daughter's work. We're working on language arts together. We're working on some memorization. We're working on some spelling. And I do the same exact thing for her math. I grade it instantly and provide feedback right away, which is another time efficient way that I make sure, we're staying on top of things in our homeschool. Now, I already told you guys my older kids use a lot of online resources now at their ages, senior year, junior year, and freshman year. Not all, but a lot. My youngest daughter, however, only does one online course, and that is BJU Press American Sign Language. And so I kind of build them into that as they get older because, as you can see here, my oldest daughter is in college. She is dual enrolled and it is online. So a lot of online homeschooling programs are going to do a really good job of preparing your child for that type of format and that type of learning method. And it's just been very good. So you can see here, everyone is working while my youngest daughter at this time was downstairs watching her American Sign Language video. That is through BJU. That's her elective for the 7th grade. And since that is her last subject of the day, on Mondays, it is my lunch day. We all take turns making lunch in our house, and it is my day. So you can see that I am in the kitchen making all of the kids' lunch. It was a beautiful day outside, and so everyone was going to take their lunch outside and have a lunch break. We take a lunch break around 12:15 every single day. And I absolutely love when we are able to eat our lunch outside. On the note of lunches, I find it to be very time effective to have one child make lunch for all of the siblings each and every day. That way there's not an atomic bomb that has exploded in your kitchen and there's not 5 people trying to cook all at one time. So it really keeps lunchtime nice and concise and as neat as possible, which is another way to be time efficient in your homeschool routine because my older kids always have work to do after lunch. So that's going to be it, you guys. Thank you so much for coming along for my efficient daily homeschooling routine. I hope you were able to glean some ideas or just see how we do things in our homeschool and the routine that I've established over the last 10 plus years that has allowed me to homeschool well, to teach my kids as much as I can fit into a day, and also allow us to live life and adjust and adapt as we need. Teenagers with jobs and activities and my work life and all of that. So we have a lot of freedom within these boundaries, but this routine has been helpful, and my homeschool has looked like this for basically since I started, with different tweaks and variations. So give me a thumbs up before you click out of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave any comments down below. Don't forget to check out Night Zookeeper. That will be down in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.